So guys, something has recently happened with one of my associates slash friends where I come from, and it's made me think to do this video, and it's a very good point that I'm gonna attack. When it comes to, and you know what, I don't even think this was a test, this is just for real. Like this situation was just for real with this person, but it's made me think to do this video in general. So when it comes to tests with women, a lot of people fail this certain test, and I'm going to explain. And I've been there myself. You feel like what's going on isn't fair. You feel like what's going on, it's just like, what the F? But here's the thing. You are a man. She is a woman. You are more dangerous than she is. You have to remember that. Women ain't just gonna trust you, bro, just because. It does, like, the stronger, more solid man you are, the more you're gonna get tested. You have serious strength. You have serious capabilities, bro. You're gonna get tested. She wants to see what you're capable of. Women are going to do unnecessary things. It comes off as unnecessary. It is unnecessary, but at the same time, it's necessary in her mind. It's unnecessary to you, but it's very necessary for her safety, for her well-being, for her future. You have to see this. Women will purposely do things to anger you, to fluster you, to get you in a frenzy. Like, bro, some of them will try hard. Like, bro, sometimes it almost feels like you're being attacked by one. That's how hard they're gonna go at you. Because they have to see, what is this guy like when I really piss him off? What is this guy like when I really get to him? Because guess what? If we're together and if we get together, I don't want him to act all nice and then one time something happens and he freaks out and just starts to beat the hell out of me. They want to see what you're capable of. Can he handle something if I throw it his way? Can he handle my attitude on certain days? Will I be safe if I have an attitude one day? Can he handle these things? Because that will happen. A woman's going to have an attitude, Brad. She's going to have an attitude someday, probably take things out on you, probably do some certain things. It ain't going to be perfect, that's for sure. So you can forget about that fantasy. It's not going to be perfect. So ultimately, she wants to test you in these situations. They will go to extreme lengths to make you mad. What you don't do is get right mad. You don't clap back at her and just start to feed her. I don't mean physically, but you don't start to feed her with these words and all this stuff. You don't do that. You see what she said. You see what happened, whether it be over text, over a phone call, in person, wherever it might be, wherever this test is going on, because they can test you over text. They can test you over a phone call. They can test you over a FaceTime. They can test you in person. Wherever this is happening, you have to pass this test with flying colors. You have to stay calm. And it's going to be not the easiest thing on earth. It shouldn't be that hard either, but it won't be necessarily easy. You're going to feel some type of way. Whenever you get attacked by a woman, bro, verbally, you're going to feel some type of way. So you don't overreact. You don't start to just go at her and intensify it. At most, you reciprocate the same energy back. If she roasts you, if she says something that was mean, you say a little something mean back, but you don't go overboard and because she said something to you that was wrong. You don't go overboard. You either ignore, you can laugh about it, or you can reciprocate energy and say a little something back, but be calm about it. Don't just be aggressive with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it has to be. Because like I said, bro, women ain't just gonna trust you just because. It's never really been that way. Things may have gotten worse. The games may have gone up. But she still has to see what you're like. She still has to see, bro. So, best believe women are going to do unnecessary things. It's like, what the? Bro, this happened to me weeks ago. And exactly what I'm saying to you guys right now is exactly what I did. I reciprocated the same energy back. I didn't just get angry about it. I just clapped back a little bit. Okay, there you go. This shows her that you can take it. You can handle it. You can handle what she said. You could not handle it. You didn't completely freak out and rage and go over top of her, screaming, just spit flying out your mouth. Like, no, you handled it. That is a test that you have passed. That is a test that I have passed. That's what it is. Bro, I'm telling you right now. They could go from one day talking to you like everything is literally perfect to the next day, complete opposite. And it's not just that she's like that. You know what's funny? She's having a good time with her friends that day. She's in a good mood with her friends, but when she's talking to you, she's going to be all snarly. She's going to say things to actually, like, really try to make you mad. Because you're the one she's testing. That's what's happening. She's testing you because your value is high, not because it's low. She's messing with you for a reason. She's talking to you for a reason. She had such high interest that one day for a reason. And guess what? The good stuff ain't just going to keep rolling and that's all it's going to be. That's just not what it is. The tests are coming. And the question is, what are you going to do when these tests come? Can you handle a little bit of stuff, or are you just going to be in an outrageous state? How dare her say this to me and all this stuff? Like, you can't be that way, bro. You can't be that way. Like, the only thing you're showing her is you don't deserve her. Yes, she said something unnecessary. Yes, they can be harsh at times. I'm not denying that. But if you're going to freak out and lose it and just boom, bombshell, you're literally showing her that you don't deserve her. That might be hard to hear, but it's the truth. A woman should not have the capability to upset you that much. I don't care who she is. I don't care who you are. They shouldn't be able to upset you that much. You shouldn't feel that much. You're going to feel something. You're not going to feel good, that's for sure. When they're testing you, you're not going to feel good inside about it. And be happy about it and all. You're going to feel, what the is going on? That was crazy. You're not going to be with her when she's saying that stuff to you. It's going to be like, what? Like, you're going to feel some type of way. It's going to be almost shocking. But you have to understand it's a test. If you see it for what it is, it's not so bad. If you don't see it for what it is, that's when you're going to freak out. And you're going to lose your shit. And you're going to be spitting directly at her or some shit. If you do this, you have failed the test. If you can just reciprocate that energy, that same energy back and kind of throw a shot at her, but it's nothing crazy. It's nothing over the top. It's just, she threw a bunch of shots at you, you just throw a little fireball back as if it's Dragon Ball Z. It's like they just attacked you. It's like, hey, you attacked me. There you go. But it's nothing crazy. It's like a casual clap back. That's all you gotta do. or you can laugh at what she's doing and just stay completely calm. Both is all right. I choose to sometimes clap back because it can be funny as well. It can be funny. It can be a better strategy sometimes than just not doing anything at all, because if you're not doing anything at all, she probably knows that you know it's just a game. The way she thinks about this now is, okay, he doesn't really care about me at all. Da 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 da. Like, bro, you guys know as well as I know that women are not logical. They're not critical thinkers. They're emotional. They make decisions out of emotion. I feel some type of way. Woo! They're going to make a decision. They're going to say something to you due to how they felt. That is what we don't do. We break things down from pillar to post. We think about it and then we deliver the right message. That is what we do. But them? Nah. We are different. That's a big mistake a lot of people, men and women, make today is thinking that we're just on some even playing field. They should be good to me. I'll be good to them. Da 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 da. Yes, but no. Yes, they will be good to you. Yes, you will be good to them. But the thing is, it's in their nature. It's in a woman's nature to stir the pot. If you look at lions in the jungle, bro, the female lion sometimes messes with the male lion, riles him up. It's what they do, bro. They have to create some sort of chaos, turmoil, and drama sometimes. They have to sometimes. It's just what they do. So as a man, you have to be able to handle that type of stuff. And if you just think you're going to have some woman where it's just perfect, she'll never do those things. She'll never disrespect me like that. You can't, the thing is here, guys, you can't view it as disrespect. It's going to feel that way. It's going to feel disrespectful. It's going to feel unnecessary, but you can't view it that way. You have to be able to take certain things sometimes. You got to be able to take it. It doesn't have to be so serious where she has to be perfect and I'm perfect and all this stuff. It doesn't have to be that way. Does she have to meet your standard first and foremost? Yes. Do you have to meet her standard first and foremost? Yes, you do. But other than that, it doesn't have to be perfect. She's going to act at a character sometimes. She's going to test you sometimes. She's going to drive you up the wall sometimes, bruh. And if that kind of stuff is happening too often, then that's a bad apple. That stuff shouldn't be happening every day. That stuff shouldn't be happening even close to every day. But it's going to come. And that is a test you, my friend, have to pass. You don't allow her to get you into that. You don't allow that to happen. You don't allow her to drag you into a 3-hour argument. You don't allow that to happen. You can leave your damn house if you want. Like, let's say it's happening inside your house. You can leave your damn house if you want. You don't have to stick around for that kind of a mess. You don't have to let her drag you into that mess. You don't have to participate in that mess. You can shut that shit down like a defense on a football team. So, the main point of this video is to let you guys know that these tests are going to happen. Be prepared. It's a lot better when you know it already. It's a lot better when you know it in your mind that she's doing this on purpose. And you got to pass the test. And you know what's funny? When you pass that test, and it was rather easy, if you're still in the beginning stages of talking to some new girl, There's another test coming after that one. And possibly another if you pass that one as well. It's going to happen. Women don't admit to these things. They're not going to say this. They're going to pretend like they're not doing that, but we all know women like to lie. Oh, they lie about unnecessary things. That's what they do. They're not going to show you what they're doing. They're not just going to expose what they're doing. They're doing what they're doing so they can get their way. So they can feel safe in their mind. That's what they're doing. It's going to be chaotic at times. The tests are going to be over the hill sometimes. Sometimes the test gets so bad where you could have actually made something work with this girl, but the tests were so bad, y'all just don't talk no more. It was just too much almost. You really never know what a woman is going to do. You think everything is all good. You think, okay. It seems like I got a good one here. The next day, bro. Nope. Nuh-uh. And I genuinely believe the women that over-test, and when I say over-test, you're doing too much. They're trying to gain too much power. They're trying to gain too much control. They're not good. Some tests are good. You almost want that. But there comes a time where it becomes too much. Like literally too much. Like way too much. Not just a little too much, because that could be handled as well. Way too much. To the point where you can't even really say nothing anymore. Those are the ones you gotta... And if they come back and start to act right and realize, okay, this guy's good, I was an idiot, then there you go. But some of them are too even prideful to do that, so there's nothing you can do. Because guess what? If you even clap back at her and say something to her, it just makes you look weak. And if they put you in positions to literally make you weak, that's what you can't do. You cannot go weak for a woman. Sometimes you're so powerful, they need you to be a little bit weaker. That's a woman you can't have. She can't handle your masculine indifference. Like your masculine energy, she cannot handle it. Like you're too far apart. You're supposed to be far apart. But it's almost like it's too much for her. She don't feel comfortable. You're too masculine. Whatever the case might be. For some reason, she just don't like that. She wants to take you down a notch, and that's not something you can really do. That is a red flag. She's not letting you be true to your nature. You can't let that happen. You can't let anybody in life, whether it be a woman, whether it be a friend, whether it be a family member, make you lesser than who you actually are. You can't. You absolutely can't, guys. It's not worth it. And you know why it's not worth it? Because you could be less for certain people, let's say. And those certain people could still abandon your ass. Those certain people could still leave you. So if you get left out to dry and you're not your best self, it's going to be a difficult time. You're going to have to climb like you've never climbed in your entire life. And guess what? I've been there. I sacrificed a lot to be with certain people in the long past. We're talking, I was in my later teens, early 20s. I just wasn't giving it my all in life. I just simply was not. To be with certain people, and those certain people still leave you out to dry, so that's when you come to realize, oh, people really ain't with you, bro. That's what you come to realize. Oh, People really ain't with you, so what are you going to do on your own? You have to be the bestest, most powerfulest, best version of yourself that could possibly exist. Because you need that type of power in your life. I think women are naive as well to how difficult it can be for a man. We don't just have those friends where we can just go to and all this other stuff. Like, that just doesn't exist in our world. In our reality, we might have friends who can talk to some people and stuff like this, but like, I just believe women are closer to women than men are closer to men. We don't have support systems really. We don't have all that. So when we have to be self-reliant, when things can leave our life so easily and leave us out to dry, if we are not strong, it's going to be a hard situation to handle. I've lived it. That kind of stuff pushed me to be the best version of myself, bro. You can't just depend on people. As a man, you should not depend on people. You should not depend on your girlfriend to live with her and all this stuff. You shouldn't. You should be a successful, stable individual in every area of your life. Because things can happen. Oh yeah, things can happen. That's why it's important. But anyways, that's the video for today. When these tests come, bro, you have to know what's happening. Otherwise, you're probably going to fail the test if you don't know what's happening. Or she's just doing too much. And if she's doing too much, that's when you do just kind of let it drift. Let it go. She will be back if she wants to be back. But there's nothing you can do on your end, because if you do one more thing in your end, you're just chasing them. And they're automatically putting you in a weaker position. You can't go weak for a woman. You simply can't. Like, bro, there's a girl I follow on social media. I swear to God, she made a post that stated, if a man wants to date me, this was her words. If a man wants to date me, he's going to have to deal with me pushing him away about 6 times before he ever actually gets to date me. That is bad shit. Crazy, bro. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine, in order to date some girl, she's going to push you away 6 times first? Could you imagine that? You want to know what's actually funny? I just thought of this right now. My ex in the past pushed me away 4 or 5 times. I kept going back because I just felt in my mind at the time, I'm like, this just don't seem right. Like, things were good. Like, what? It just made no sense. Like, I knew how good I was for her. She was good for me, at least it seemed. I just knew there was unfinished business. She did it to me 4 or 5 times. I kept going back, and finally, the last one just drew the line. I can't fucking do it again. I just can't do this again. I just simply can't. And yeah, she came back a 5th, 6th time. And at that time, I looked her dead in the eyes, in the face. I can't do it. I didn't feel the same thing towards this woman. I didn't feel the same thing. I didn't feel what I used to feel. I just felt nothing. It's like the specialness you used to have, it's just gone. Like, I just, you're just a human to me now. Like, it just wasn't there. And that's the thing, bro. This kind of shit can bite them in the ass. They were very discouraged when this took place. They were very discouraged. So if you're a woman and you think you're all cool and willy-nilly to do some type of shit like that, think twice before it. Because you could ruin something very, very good. And you could have had something very, very special with a very special man. But anyways, guys, that's enough for this video. I'm out.